What is up? It's Bob. Thanks for coming back to Home Cook Basics. So today we're talking about how to cut a tomato. So it's important to wash your tomatoes and wash your fruit. Tomatoes are fruit. You might think it's a vegetable, but it's not. And they also say to keep the vine on when you buy them. And I'm not exactly sure why. If somebody knows why to keep that vine on, or it's important to buy them that way, please let me know in the comments. So what we're going to do is we're simply going to talk about slicing them and then cutting them into wedges for, say, a salad. So let's jump right into how to cut a tomato. All right, so first step was just going to pull this stem right off. Get rid of those stems. You know, it's really important to have a sharp knife. You really want to have a nice edge. If you don't have a real sharp chef knife, you know, one other thing you could do is have a serrated knife. Serrated knives cut a little bit better through a tomato. All right, so first let's start with slicing. So you want to get to the end that had the stem, and then we're just going to cut that right off. You want to kind of go far enough that you get that stem part out of it. And then you're just easily going to decide what size you're going to slice them. Say you're putting these on your burgers or your sandwich. So I like to go a little over 1/4 inch. Keep the tomato pretty much vertical. And then you're just going to slice through. And this is going to give you perfect slices. Now remember, you need a really sharp knife, or you're going to try to cut through this and it's just going to tear up. So if you don't have a really sharp knife, it's not going to work. But I just sharpened mine recently. You get these perfect slices for your sandwiches or whatever you want to put these on, like a BLT, that'd be really good. Now the next thing we're going to do is we're going to quarter them. So instead of putting it on its side and cutting through, we're actually going to try to get the flattest area so we can go straight through. And then you're just going to cut straight through the tomato like that. You still get that core in the tomato right here. But now you want to kind of keep all your quarters or your wedges of what you're going to use for your salad in through this core part. So right here, we'll go through again. And then you see you still got part of that core in there. That kind of helps hold the whole tomato together. And if this stem part is too big, at this stage you could just cut them off like that. Because nobody wants to eat those. Then once again, go right through. Depending on the size of your tomato, go through another quarter. If you hold it like that, you can kind of get through it. And there you go. These ones had really small ends in the vine, so they're not so bad. And that's how you cut your quarters. So that's how you easily cut tomatoes. One thing to remember, make sure you have a sharp knife. If you don't, try a serrated knife, and those slices will go great on your BLTs or your next sandwich. Hey, thanks for visiting Home Cook Basics. Please subscribe down below and give this video a thumbs up, and I'll keep making these videos. And I'll see you next time on Home Cook Basics.